Hello, how's everybody doing? I'm back. I took a few days off. Not that I took a few days off, but I just, I had so many things to do. But now I did the Jehovah Table. I did the Jehovah Table. I really learned something. Um, as I'm doing this, it really strengthens your ability to to just categorize it, to see things in a different light. Like, let me see. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say what I've learned, and then when I read it, you'll see that that's what it was. But a name, when I was saying a name is not the person. Like, for instance, my name was Lamont before, and I changed it to Pierre Deux. So my name had nothing to do with. It's used for conversation and to denote someone, but it has no power or no strength. So that's what I'm saying. That's one thing I've learned by doing this. It really helps out a lot. So they can say Jehovah all they want, but the thing about it is, first of all, I know that you're talking about something else, but the name doesn't have any significance whatsoever. It doesn't say, like they're putting so much emphasis on something that a name is not what something is. Like I can say a lamp, I can say this lamp, but still and yet it could be called so many different things. So it's not the name. Okay, the name is just there to, like for instance, to use in conversations, like this a symbol for it. So that's what I learned from here. But now I'm going to go on and do this Jehovah this Jehovah table. Okay. Sorry, I missed you all, but I did other things. You know that. Okay, so I have it in contrast. Okay, so it's going to be contrast. Reading each one out, like, I already explained that to you. And the topics are going to be under meaning. And under meaning is definition, use in conversation, and characteristics. So now I'm comparing the definition. Jehovah Witnesses. They say that it is God's name. So it is just a name because the name of something is not what it is, because the name is used to denote. Okay? And that's what it is. Okay? To ex-Jehovah Witnesses, they are basically confused. If they do know something for sure, God has actually came into their life to help them define. Okay? I just put that down because it's really shaky. I know it's under definition for Jehovah, so I had to put that something down to say basically they're confused. You know what I mean? Because they had that as a definition, but it's still there as a definition, but they don't know what to do. You know what I mean? But God has come into a lot of ex-Jehovah Witnesses' life personally, because he knows that that's the only way they're really going to get a core. Once they have that core, they can fly. Okay, now the world. And I already told you what the world is to me now. And it's not my opinion, it's the honest truth, because back in Jesus' day, the world was really big. And those outside of him were in the world. But he created this whole system for us so that we can go out in the street, we can go here, we can go there, and we can talk about Jesus, and everybody go, wow, yes. Oh, Jesus this, oh, Jesus this. And that, a lot of people take it for granted, but I want to say this one thing, like the world. I want you to understand that the world has changed since Jesus' time. And we take for granted going out in the street and saying Jesus and saying God and saying, as Christians, we can go all over Europe and talk about God. We can go all over the United States and say Jesus and God, And it's a freedom. You can go to Canada. But some places, some Christians cannot do it, because I was looking at this video. I don't want to post it. It was a short. Maybe I'll post it. Since I'm using it, I usually post it. But I'm not sure if I want to post it. But anyway, this girl just said, "Oh, Jesus, help me with my exam." And she was like, they stoned her. I mean, they stoned her and then burnt her body. So what I'm saying, the world is different now than it was with Jesus. I mean, in Jesus' time. So this is the world that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the world. When I say the world, I mean the world that Jesus created. I know everybody doesn't believe him. I know everybody doesn't do everything the right way. But still and yet, we still we take it for granted that we can talk about Jesus as much as we can, and he's in our life, and nobody really cares that they have churches. It's important. I mean, you may talk about churches, but at least we could have churches. Not everything in the church is bad. It's still up to everybody else, because the thing about it is everybody's like messed up, and the use of church is there to try and help people, but everything is all messed up. It's better than not having any. You know what I mean? And so what was I saying before I went off into that thing? So we just taking it for granted. You understand? So that's what I'm trying to say. So that's the world I'm talking about, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so they really don't care. The world. Okay. They really don't care. They may say that this is God's name, but they still would understand deeply that God does not need or go by a name. So it's like, anyway, Jehovah, I mean, you can't say it anyway because there's too many languages. You know what I mean? It would have to. This doesn't make any sense, because it would be like Jehovah in Spanish, and then I forgot what it was in French, but it just doesn't make any sense. Okay, so anyway, but I'm saying I didn't put that down. I just put down, like I said, I didn't put down my weird ideas in any of these. Everything is like in conversation wise, and that you can understand, that I can understand. Okay, the use in conversations. They use it all the time for everything. Okay. Ex-Jehovah Witness, they would not want to be associated with the name Jehovah. Okay. Not really thought about in the world. The world not really thought about. Characteristics. Now, the characteristics of their Jehovah is different from the name. That's the strange thing when I was doing this. It's just that, okay, like I told you, they use it as a name, but yet this Jehovah, which, you know, is confusing, like I said, they say Jehovah is God, but then they have characteristics of their Jehovah. So just hold tight, and you know everything they do is contradictory. So it actually goes into characteristics because of the way they are. If they were godlike, then I wouldn't have then their characteristics would be the same as the definition. But because they are the way they are, the characteristics turn into something else. And the characteristics are very strict, hold people to things that they cannot do freely, makes its followers into social zombies. That's just not, I'm just saying that's the honest truth. It's not just what I'm saying. Splits families, condemns the whole world, wants those that, let me put, wants those that serve this name to think that they are special. And that's the wrong thing with all of these groups that hurt people, is just that they feel that they're special, that they're, you know, you make them feel special, and then, okay, so you already understand what I'm saying. So now, ex-Jehovah Witnesses, they would not think about, because they are trying to heal, okay? And the characteristics for the world does not apply, okay? In general, I'm speaking. So now, let's see what the next one is. I was so happy to be back. I'm continuing this. I can't tell. We got over 10. That's just 5, 10, like 12 now, okay? So let's see what the next one is. The next one is, oh no, Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay, we had Jehovah. The next one is going to be Jehovah's Witnesses. So we got that one. So anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed this one. I hope you're getting a lot out of it. And I will see you tomorrow because I want to do this tomorrow. I've been doing it every day. I did my taxes. What happened was, I did my taxes. And they gave me an extension because I was like, I don't know how in the world this is going to happen. But you know, I'm almost sure the government's taking money because you remember they gave us so much money. I mean, I got it too. But what I'm saying is that the reason why they didn't care about giving us money is because they know that they can take it away. And they are taking, it's not really inflation. They're taking the money that they gave us and they're taking it away. Because they're bringing the prices up. So they're getting the money out the bank and they go, okay, now you gotta work again. Because there was a lot of people who had it in their savings and they were like, oh wow, I have all this money that I got from the government and I can do this and I can do that. But they control so many things. I'm almost sure that it's not really inflation, but they're making inflation because they make all the prices high, which tears up your savings. Because I had a savings too. I mean, you know, I bought like, 5 things and it was $45 today. And so that's what it is. As soon as they get the money that they want back, then they'll bring things back to normal. But that's just the way things are. I mean, you know, it's just the way things are. Okay, so that's all. Anything else I want to say that's happening? I didn't do a thing on the get-together. But like I told you, what I want to do with the get-together is that to make it more secure and so people can understand better, I want to bring in this guy who does these events every week. And he's been successful because he keeps doing them. So I want to bring him in and interview him. I just want to have an interview with him, okay? So that people can see that it can happen as far as our little get-together is concerned. So that's it. I don't think I have anything else. I'll see you tomorrow. And thanks a lot for dropping by. See you.